Hey, what's up, guys? Good evening. Happy Wednesday night. It's just about 10 o'clock my time, guys. So if you're watching this on the recording, I'm shooting this live, and I'm just waiting for everybody to jump in, and we'll get started. What's up, you guys? Welcome. Yo, yo. Happy Wednesday night to everybody. Happy middle of November to everybody. Like, oh my God, man. I know, dude, good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. I couldn't make a decision today, you guys. Like, there's so many, I've been going through just, all kinds of, boxes, and, I love shiny stuff, right? So, I got a whole stack of shiny stuff here. Sometimes we'll get into the bigger projects on Wednesday Night Live, where we'll, do a lot of, stuff that requires days and days and days. So tonight I want to keep it simple, you guys, and I'm happy to answer questions. Yeah, I saw somebody shoot me, so decided, can I ask a question? So yeah, of course, if anybody has a question. And thank you guys, man, to all my customers on here. Thank you guys. I totally appreciate it. And I feel like in the past couple weeks, man, maybe it's just that time of year where it's card season, where the days are shorter and people are just getting busy and working on their stuff. But you guys have been sending me some crazy cool stuff, and thank you. It's honestly motivating, because sometimes I work on so many cards that I'm just I kind of get a little bit used to it, or I just kind of, I don't know, sometimes you just got to have a little variety, and seeing you guys do your stuff is awesome. So thank you. Yo, man, I'm doing well, man. Good to, and if it's your first time here, you guys, I'm Kurt. I love working on cards, and I make my own line of card stuff, and I'll clean them up. And tonight, you guys, I grabbed a variety. Today I did a lot of I went through a bunch of stuff that gets dirty easily. I wanted to pick out cards look at that. There's a good one. So I picked out some cards, you guys, that since I have a lot of new people to the family and a lot of new customers saying, hey, I've never done anything like this before. I think usually one of the most satisfying and easy things to do is clean some cards, right? Do some surfaces. I know I got a bunch of OGs on here, but you guys think that's cool? It's a good place to start, right? So, and then tonight, though, guys, we'll do some advanced stuff, kind of. We'll see if I can. You see that? So I got this card in my P.O. box, and it was a short letter. It said, hey, Kurt, this is a donation. I screwed this up trying to bust it out of a slab. And then he went on to tell me that he watched some slab cracking videos of mine, and now he knows how to do it better. But he sent me this. So that was... This was my buddy Jason that sent this to me, and Jason is in Texas. So Jason, thanks for sending me this, and I'm glad you learned how to crack them the right way. It sucks. I can totally see it. And if you guys have ever been there and you have a card where you accidentally don't use a long screwdriver. That would be my number one thing. If you guys ever need to crack open a slab, just use a small little stubby and walk down the side. If you use a long one, you could bust it in there real good, So let me, you guys, if you don't mind, I'm just going to look up at my message board here for a second. And, Pat asks, are you able to get signature ink off the back of a card? Pat, if it's a shiny card, like a prism card, or, something modern, yeah, no problem. If it's a prism or a Bowman or a chrome or something like that, totally cool. But if it's a paper card, if there was marker on the back of this card, I wouldn't know how to do that, but if it's on the back of a shiny card, you can use some card spray and that will come off. If you need me to ever look at something, and you guys know with me, most people, if they've never worked on a card before, you can feel nervous. So don't feel like you can't ask me a question, because that's stupid. I don't want you to screw up your card. It's already screwed up. I want you to be able to fix it. So if you're a little bit nervous or anxious, just ask me. I'll always reply to you guys. All right, you guys. Hey, Mark, what's up, man? It's good to see you. So now let me do this. Here's what I'm going to do. I want to bounce around tonight, you guys. And I got to clean up a slab too. I just won this card in an auction. And look at the slab. Isn't that a cool card though? I got this on Fanatics. If you guys have never seen this, it's the Night Moves. And I got one of these from every year. They made them for 3 years. But my annoyance detector goes off when I get these in the mail. And then they always put the sticker on the back, and it's got the residue up there. So we'll clean up a slab tonight too. But I won it. So I like it. That's going on my Brady wall. So that's a Night Moves card. And you guys, I make them in multiple sports too. So if you think it looks cool and you've never seen one, believe it or not, it's just a Donruss. You know, might be a brand you don't think a whole lot about, but I like it. So I can't take any credit for like making it a 10 or anything like that. I just bought it, but we'll clean that up tonight. So here's what I want to do. When it comes to this Michael Jordan card, I have never, believe it or not, you guys, I know when you watch my stuff, you might see me like soaking all the cards and stuff like that. And sometimes it just needs to be done. But I have never been super like big on collecting, like chasing 1990 stuff. I think it's because I grew up with it. And it was something that I never I just kind of took it for granted, I guess. And it was just stuff I always had a whole bunch of. But it's paper. We should be able to make some movement with it. But what I want to do first is while we're all here, I just pretend like when it comes to a Wednesday Night Live is how would I do this if I'm just sitting here hanging out, and what would I do? So being that this one is not like a card that I do every day, I don't have a system. I have a good idea. I think we're going to use a little bit of moisture and then put it to the side, clean a couple cards, come back and look at it. Do we might have to do a semi-soak? Maybe, being that we'll find out, you know what I mean? But I don't jump into that right away. What I do right away, and I'll get a closer view for you guys. I'm just trying to give you got to get some elbow room over here. So I'm going to use a detail Q-tip. And I like to get the detail Q-tip totally saturated because they're paper, right? So they can be a little... They could be a little rigid, and they could be a little abrasive. So I like to get it wet. That's it. Hey, Eric. Good to see you. What's up, Will? Good to see you, dude. Yeah, this is a classic, right? Will, guys our age, this was like our stuff that we always collected. But look at, somebody sent me this in the mail because they were trying to pop it out of a screw case, and they made a mistake, which it happens. But, I can teach you how to make that not happen. But anyways, I got this in the mail and said, hey, this is a donation to Kurt's Card Care. See if you can show other collectors that dented up a card during slab removal. So I think it's cool. I'm down to do that. So thank you. And this was for my buddy Jay in Texas. So first, guys, what I'm kind of doing is just stuff that you might have seen me do before, but I just want to get a little bit of moisture on here because when you see something like this, it's pushed down. I was looking at it. The paint's still on here. So we're good there, but it just looked like it got pushed down. So what I want to do is just get a little bit of moisture in there. And then what you're going to see me do, this little move, you guys, like if you ever see me doing this, I'm pulling the moisture out of here because I want to come back into my drops basically and suck them up. So if you ever see me like working over here and you might be like, what the hell is he always doing over there? I am doing that to bring up to suck up the moisture I just put on there. All right, we're definitely not done, but can you guys believe this? Hold on. Look at this. We got that far with that a little bit. Holy moly, this might work better than I expected. But hey, that's what we're here. Sometimes stuff takes forever. Sometimes not as much, you know what I mean? Yeah, Mike asks, he's got a dirty Gaudy. Jimmy Fox. I think you guys, Gaudis are some of the funnest cards to work on. Did you guys see this one? Did you guys see this one I put up yesterday? This one was so dirty, man. This had a green marker. You can still kind of see it in there. But look at the before and afters I did on this one yesterday, you guys. This one was cool. So as you can see, even if you clean a Gaudy, this one still has a lot of patina in it. But this thing was green marker there, all dirty spots all over it. So Gaudis are awesome to clean up. Yeah, you guys aren't kidding. When we said this kind of popped up a little bit quick, now we still got you can still see it's wet, so we're just going to let it sit. So this is exactly how I start, these processes, you guys. So, we'll just see if it works because let's take a look. We got a little, it's not great. You know what I mean? It's not great, but but it's coming up a little bit. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. And I'm going to let this just dry. I just want to see I want to see, here's a good thing. No matter what happens, it's a good win for all of us. If the texture comes back and it sucks, well, we know not to do this. And if it comes back and looks fantastic, well, we got a easy way to make some improvements here. But I don't want to get this thing too wet. Because it has a sensitive surface. It's a very thin card. All these Fleer cards are very thin. which makes them a little bit easier to work with really when you just need to use a little bit of moisture. But I can still see that moisture we put on there kind of made the surface a little weird. So I just wonder if it will dry, it will fix it. So let's put this one to the side. That's all I would do. So if you guys are just messing around at home and you're like, all right, I put a little bit of moisture. Now I see that the card texture is changed. I see that the dents are going away, but now I got this like kind of weird spot right there. Leave it alone. The worst thing you guys could do on something like this is be like, let's start trying to polish over it. Or let's put some card polish on it. Or let's try to, no, don't do any of that. Let's just leave it. So you guys take a mental picture, that one, and then let's put this to the side because we're gonna have to come back to this, all right? I got a variety pack here for you guys tonight. Well, here, let's just do the slab, all right? Because I won this card, and I want to send a message. Here, I'm going to make a suggestion. Fanatics, you guys run a good site. I like buying stuff off your site, but put these in a bag for us collectors. Put it in a penny sleeve or whatever, and or not a penny sleeve, but a team bag, and put the sticker on the bag. Don't put it on the card. Thank you. We appreciate it. Somebody asked me a question, how do I feel about PSA cracking down on clean cards? You guys, I tell you what, I've never had pushback in my life. We have tens of thousands of customers all over the world that clean cards every day, so it's not a thing. So I don't want to be short, but I just don't have anything to say about it. It's just, it's not a thing, you know? So just, you're fine to clean your cards and send them to grading companies, you know? Next question. Have you ever removed a crimp off a card? Yeah, you can. You know, you can remove a crimped card, crimps out of a card, but more if it's paper stock. And what I'm doing here, you guys, is we got I just got like these kind of scuff marks, light play, kind of light scuffs going up the slab. So if you have that and it annoys you, like it does me, you can just use a little bit of card polish on it and it'll look good. So if you're looking, you're going, what the heck are you doing, man? Yeah, I'm just making the case look a little bit better. Do you guys ever do this? Like I'm assuming yes. I'm assuming this might not be a new thing, but I'm just curious if you guys ever take the step to clean up the slabs. So, hey, I don't know if you guys are, I know we got people all over the, kind of the country and the globe on here. So thank you guys for taking the time wherever you are at. But it's like my favorite holiday of the year starts like tomorrow. And that is my deer camp with my buddies, Jason and Mike and Al and Jimmy. And, I get to wake up tomorrow and go to beautiful northern Michigan, hang out on 52 acres of beautiful woods and water, and go hunting. So any hunters out there, man, I wish you a safe and successful hunt. See, doesn't that look nice? Much better. The back has it too. So let me just do this, you guys, and anytime you guys see something sticky, see, look at this. I won't see this crap up in here. Use card polish. It will come out. I got a question that says, does the wax ever yellow? I'm not sure what you mean. Like that's just the color of it. And if you're saying like, does it make stuff yellow? No. And it's just something you guys put on and take off. It's not something that, like when I start working on other cards tonight, you'll see, if you're new to watching this stuff, my stuff is really good at giving your card a good deep clean, pulling clingers off of it. I picked out all this stuff tonight, you guys, because it's good demonstration stuff for polish. A lot of these cards have stuff stuck to the cards, little lines, little crap. So I'll show you a lot of good stuff, things that card polish can do. If you guys have modern cards with like straight up print lines and scratches and stuff on them, there's not really any safe alternatives to getting something out like that. But for all the other crap that will end up on our little beauties here, card polish is good. So check that out. If you ever have a messy slab, card polish will make it look good. All right. All right, so next, you guys, let's pick up another card here, and we'll get rolling. I was just trying to read some question marks here. Hey, you want to do? Okay, mentally the third. You called it. All right. I see 1991 Marvel Wolverine hologram. Let's do it. It's freaking awesome, isn't it? And if you guys don't know, now you do. All right, so let's do it. Yeah, and you guys, I know, like, as card collectors, we love our stuff in good condition. And print lines, scratches, they suck. You know what I mean? But, you know, a lot of these, you guys, for this show here today, I had fun prepping for this. But I had to go through so much stuff. And I'm always hit, like, look at this one. I thought this was good because it's got, like, it's usually from these old pennies. Like, can you see? Okay, look at this. See how, I'm going to put this, now we're going to look through this. Like, see how grody that is? That's what it was from. It's like a bunch of, maybe black is a little bit better. I'll show you what I'm seeing. That. But the card looks really good, doesn't it? And I got this in a big box. You guys like going to, what do you call it? Marketplace? I'm always digging around a marketplace and finding stuff. Yeah, we'll do a sticker. We'll do whatever, you guys. We'll do whatever. This is like here. If you guys, chances of us doing all these tonight, probably not going to happen. But here's what we got. We'll do a more than a handful. And I don't even know if everything in here needs love, but I just grabbed shiny stuff that's kind of old that cleans up well. Like, that's a good one. I like that card a lot. We got a little Nidoqueen, got a 86 Fleer, and it's definitely got all the junk on the back. So I'm here for you guys, man. You guys are the best people in the world to freaking work for, and I appreciate you all very much. And thanks for taking the time so you guys can drive. That's totally fine. So when I look at this, here's a couple things I see. I don't feel very good about this thing at the bottom. I was looking at this. Do you see, guys, how it's like, it literally looks like something really sharp hit this and drove all over it. I don't know if it's hard to focus on there. But then this looks like it's like dirty plastic or something from the sleeve. So there we go. That's if you guys see sharp little scratches in there, chances are that's not something that will wipe away. But go after these things every single time. And here, let me show you what it's supposed to look like. Let's get a good angle on it. So, guys, this came out when I was 10 years old. And I tell you what, I would wake up and go to school. And I know you're supposed to think about school and stuff. All I could think about was who had one of these and how I could get it. Oh, man, that was like, this thing was gold back in the day, man. And then the Marvel Masterpieces came out, and it was just like, take my money. So let's see if we can do a good job cleaning this one up. And a couple things, if you guys don't mind while I'm doing this, I'm just going to tell you a couple things. Don't push hard. There's nothing to really push on. The card polish will do a good job of removing stuff that's removable. It's never like, hey, if you push harder, it will do a better job. Chances are you'll dent this type of stuff. And for hologram collectors out there, you guys know, like, this stuff is so delicate. Always keep a clean, soft microfiber. Don't be cheap. And try to use it 100,000 times. And that's my other tip. Hey, I see a good one to start with. Look at this. You guys see no more penny sleeve residue. That is clean. I know it's a weird looking card, you guys, like that, because I'm just trying to show you the light, because nothing hides with the light. Not even those scratches at the bottom. Let's try them, though. There, now you can see Wolverine right in there. But anyways, very cool card. And to all my guys that are like my age or older or whatever, or even, I'm sure younger guys like this stuff too, but these were some of the coolest cards to open from packs, because a lot of the basketball cards of that year looked like this. So they kind of, even though they were Jordan, they just kind of got a little bit boring. And, when it came to stuff like this, like Wolverine was cooler. And let's just see. The way that those things at the bottom looked, you guys, when I was looking at it earlier, they looked like scratches, and they are. Anytime you can see something, and I wish I could have a way to make everything disappear, but I just want to educate you guys the best I can. When you see something like that that's cut into the surface and it removes the top coat, It's a dead end. But I'll take that all day. That looks good, doesn't it? All right. I gotta get that. I bet you I got the Venom hologram. I guarantee I do. I'm a sucker for these. I had the whole box of these. I used to buy any. These are one of those things I'd sit around and look at eBay and keep on buying them because they're cheap. And I'm like, someday they're going to be super valuable. Well, turns out they're just kind of like valuable to me, I think. but that's fine. I'm actually gonna case these cards up nicely, guys. So like, what I'm gonna, if you ever, you guys, you know how I love this material. I'll cut it larger too, just to like make a little kind of like hangout rack. So I'm gonna case these up later. So I'm just gonna put this to the side. And if it's cool with you guys, let me. I don't want to. I kind of look down a little bit when I'm doing that stuff. So just let me take a look at my messages here. It looks like we're all caught up. Am I missing anything? If I miss anything, yell at me. I'll do it. And thank you guys to my friends on here, the answering questions and helping out. Let's see. What did we do? What did we get? A request for basketball? Fleer? We can do Fleer. And then here, let's line up a couple. We'll do a Garbage Pail Kid. This one had some wear and tear on it too. All right, so let's do a couple of those. And let's take a look at our Michael Jordan, you guys. I was just looking at it. And you know what I think? I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm looking at the surface, and I'm going to myself, why is it still got that color in there? You know what I think I did? I think I used a detail Q-tip with card polish on it. Because I'm like, there ain't no way that's going to be on there. Welcome to card testing. Let's see if that's it, because I'm looking down on it. I'm like, it should not still be that color. Oh, we're rocking now, you guys. All right, so we still got a dent we got to work on, but that weird color is off. That's what it was. So I don't even know if I explained that well, but all right, we still got a big dent. Reminder, now let's throw this away. We'll get a new one. But that's actually a good example. Pardon me, you guys. I'm over here digging in the locker. I got to get a new swab. All right, so, but that is a really good thing to show you guys, because if you ever have a mystery kind of surface and you're like, what the heck is this? Don't reuse these things. I just got busted reusing one. All right, so we still got some dings and dents in there, you guys. We're coming back to it. So before we do another card clean, I want to see if we can still do this dent. And if you guys are just joining, thanks. Good to see you. This big nasty gash right here on here is from a screwdriver. This was sent to me in the mail. Hey, I love you too. Thanks for the love, man. You guys, I appreciate you. Thanks for being here, you guys. This came to me in the mail with a little note that said, I learned how to crack a slab from watching your YouTube channel, but before I learned how to crack a slab, I made a mistake, and I'm going to donate this to Kurt's Card Care, and I got this in the mail. So it's from Jason in Texas. So Jay, if you're watching tonight, thanks, buddy. Now I feel a little bit better. I was looking down on this, you guys, going, what the heck is that weird color? Oh, there's a good light. Let's stay right there. So do you guys see how I put like little drops, just kind of like spaced them out a little bit? That's what I really like about these detail Q-tips, is I can transfer little touches of card spray with it. And what my method is I'll let it sit there, and I don't literally count. I just kind of have an internal timer built in from doing this a lot. I'll just kind of wait, and then we'll remove it, and then we'll keep doing that. And it's like this tension you can create is pretty fun. Where, hey Jake, where you will, and again, I'm getting the moisture off here because I want to suck it up. So I'll go back here. So watch what I'm saying. I want to be able to remove these drops too, help smearing them all over the card. So that's when I'll do that, and just tuck them back in. Now we're moving. I kept looking over when I was working on that other card, you guys, going, in my head, I'm going, what the hell is this color on here? It was card polish. All right. So now now that I feel better about this, and I made a rookie mistake and learned from it, so now we got a clean applicator, and we'll just see if we can get this thing. Man, thanks everybody for joining tonight, you guys. I know it's like the days are getting shorter. You guys getting your card projects lined up. And man, you guys, again, thanks for sending me the pictures this week, dude. And if you guys sent me some great pictures with like these amazing upgrades, I promise I'm going to post them. I just, I kind of space them out a little bit. I don't want to be like, wear out my welcome and be like, look, I love promoting my company, but I just don't want to push it too hard. You know what I mean? I appreciate all the feedback, you guys, and I'll keep on posting them here and there. But I think they're really good for motivating other collectors, because I know guys get used to watching me doing it, and I hate when I'll get these messages where people write themselves off right away. The first message I'll get from somebody is, I could never do something like this. And I say, well, how many times have you tried? And it's just like, I understand that it's not for everybody, but I tell you what, man, have fun. Life is short. If you've considered working on a little basketball card and taking a dent out of it fun, well, I can relate to you, and you're one of my people, and I can teach you, so don't write yourself off. This is coming out really good, you guys. This is going to be good. I feel good. All right, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, so let's go clean another card, and we're going to let this one rest. And you might say, why? If you're getting progress, why don't you keep going? I don't want to. See how I'm getting it puffy? I want to get these little wrinkles puffy and have them puff and then settle back in their original positions. All right, I lied. I'm just doing a little bit more, and then we're going to let it rest. This stuff's fun, you guys. I dig this type of stuff. So I challenge you, get out a 90 Fleer. Just get your thumbnail or something, shove it into it. Have fun with it. That's right, man. I love that. It's like one of my favorite people ever. Growing up, I didn't have a lot of TV channels. Lived pretty far out in the country, but we had PBS, and I watched Bob Ross every single day. And I swear to God, that guy was a teacher to me as much as any teacher I ever had. I just loved his attitude. He was such a nice guy, and he was cool. And he was like, he made everybody believe they could paint, and I just love that guy. All right, let's hang out. We're cool. We're just going to let it sit. And if you guys I want you to see this right now. Because if you're doing this stuff at your house, and you're like, oh man, am I screwing this thing up? I got a bunch of different textures. No, you're doing a good job. Just let it go. All right, so let's just let it sit. And we might be able to get this thing looking real good just with what we're doing, or we might have to go to plan B or plan C or one of those plans, but let's clean up a card in the meantime. So Jordan's going to go over there, and what about, I know I got a request for Fleer. We'll do Fleer in a second, but let's do a little Nidoqueen, and I liked this one because it has some wear and tear in the holographic area. Just like a little light play. Couple, like, typical Pokemon stuff. Just kind of a little bit dirty, a little bit of light play. All right, so what I want to do with this one, because I can tell there's like a couple, let me see. I'm going to use a little bit of card spray. It seems like, I don't know, boogers or something. I don't know what it is. It's stuff that my little Pokemon hunters, my sons, bring home from trading and collecting with their buddies, and they always give me a nice little stack of cards to clean up. And talking about being proud of my sons, look at this, you guys. My son Jake, he prepped all of his cards up for me. He's like, Dad, I'm going to get all these graded. He went through them all and told me they're all perfect. I don't even need to look at them. He said, you just get those graded for me. And hey, thanks you guys. I appreciate you guys watching the videos, man. Seriously. Let me answer a quick question. Kobe Fleer Metal rookie card has a small bend in it. What would you suggest? I'm going to suggest that you send me a picture tomorrow, and I'll take a look at it for you. Too hard to guess a bunch of stuff up right now, but I'll do that for you, okay? So send me a picture. I got Diffusion asked me, Kurt, have you ever considered doing an in-person training? I've been asked about it. I just don't really know how to do it, honestly. Like, maybe like if a car, what I thought was cool, if you guys don't mind me talking about this for a minute, I always thought it'd be cool if there was like educational stuff at card shows that were like kind of like maybe seminars. Like say there's somebody like it from 11 to 12 that's teaching you how to like literally how to like fill out grading forms, or somebody's teaching you, what to, how to, what, the story of Pokemon cards, or they're like these breakout sessions. And like, I always thought it'd be cool to be at a place where it's full of collectors and then there's like a card care section. And, I think that would be kind of cool, but it's like my mental block with doing live stuff or in person is I feel like I'd have to come with like a bag of magic tricks and be like, all right, I don't know if it would be like organic and real. Like I start looking for like cards like this all through the week, and then I'll find something, I'll get in the mode to shoot it and edit it and talk about it. And I can do it because I'm here at home to do it. I guess I just have a hard time figuring out how to go do in person. And I've never been like asked by anybody like that puts on promotions or shows to come teach. So I just really use my channel, I guess, the best I can to do those. And if you guys, speaking of that, since I can't always offer in-persons and you got to fly here to do this or whatever, if you don't follow my YouTube channel, please do. I really put a lot of like, pride into doing those demonstrations on there and putting them up. And I have them all on playlists, so they're easy to follow. So if you're like, say you collected vintage baseball cards forever, but you just started getting into Pokemon cards and you're like, I really like these little things. I want to get some Pokemon cards, or my kids like them and I want to work on them for them. Whatever it is, you can go jump in right to my YouTube playlist and like watch how to do the stuff from start to finish. Yeah, and I'm down, you guys. Like I said, I love you guys are the greatest people in the world to work for. So like us being able to work closer or more effectively or whatever, I'm down. Like I've taken the stance of like Kurt's Card Care is a company for you guys. I do what my customers ask for. I do these lives because I feel like so like I don't know if you guys are into like, I'm sure I got entrepreneurs and people on here like that on watching the show, and I feel like there's so much technology that's like AI and automation and like all it's and there's a lot of really good stuff. And again, I'm looking through a lens, you guys, of a very small business here. Me and I have 5 employees, so it's like we're small business USA. But when you look at it, 99.9% of the businesses across the United States are small businesses. So like we're the ones really, trying to adapt to technology and, use it for a better customer experience and all this stuff. But I find that a lot of this stuff takes you away from your customers when I'm like, I want to be closer to you guys. Like I am not a good mind reader. I don't know it all. So when I can, talk with you guys all the time and you show me pictures and you're showing me feedback and you're teaching me stuff, like I love that, So any way to make that possible, I'm all about. But second best, you guys just follow my teachings. I'm always, I think about you guys all the freaking time. I mean, that's just, I kind of have a obsessive personality when it comes to stuff I like. And this is one of them. So I know, long answer to a simple question, but that's what I do. I'm going to show you a clean card here in a second, because this looks really nice. Yeah, and like Bob, and I like what one of our viewers, Bob, said. You could do it like a how you teach a music class, like like kind of like a one-on-one session. And you know what, you guys, I'm happy to even do that, where I feel like I do that on the social channels. Like I know, like so, like I see Gary on here. So like Gary's on here, and Gary's Grazzy Sports Cards. So Gary will ask me a handful of questions a week, right? And I never type back. I always speak back because I feel like, well, I suck at writing a long text. But if you guys need me, man, like don't think I'm like this, like live far away, man. Like I'm in it. I'm a collector, and I just happen to have a skill set like this, and I love building products. And so like we're on the same page is what I'm saying, so don't be afraid to reach out to me, you guys, and ask me questions. Look at this. That's a good one. That did not look like that 2 minutes ago, did it? That was a good one. And like, check this out, you guys. If you want to take this even further, can you guys see that there's a light little dent right there? We got the crap off of it. Like, you see that dent? If we wanted, you guys, we could put it between the pads and put a little light card spray on it. But for tonight's purposes, see, this is what you get me doing, and I start going, oh, what about this? What about this? What about this? We're just doing cleanings, but look, it craps off it, and it's clean. Looks good. I like that one. I know I'm easily amused. Oh, Pat. My friend Patrick, of course, man. I love my buddies from Canada that love hockey cards. I'm only 30 minutes away from Canada, so I got all my good manners from my Canadian friends, right? Don't Canadian guys and girls always hear that? You guys are so nice. So all right, let's check out Mr. Michael Jordan. Ooh, we still got a pretty good dinger in there, but let's keep going. And if you guys are like, why'd you just put card polish on there? Because earlier, I don't know if you guys watched the whole show, but I was using card spray on a brush that I had card polish on, and I smeared it all in there. All right, so we're going to go back and do a little bit more moisture treatment here. Yeah, I'll tell you guys, isn't it funny? It's like you grow up with the voice you got, right? And I always thought, this is just, when you grow up in Michigan, this is what everybody sounds like. But then getting to do Kurt's Card Care, you guys would love this. I get to talk to guys and girls that collect cards like in Asia, in the UK, Germans, Italians. You guys should hear the freaking voices of the people that I get to talk to every day. I love it. I love Australian voices. And what's also super impressive is Country Bumpkin me. I speak English, and I can only speak about probably 70% of it. I talk to these collectors around the world, man, where English is like their second or third language, and it's just like normal there. God, that's impressive. I wish I would have, pushed myself a little bit harder back in the day. But seriously, back in the day, I was pushing myself harder to find Wolverine hologram cards. I was finding ways to like go to new neighborhoods on my bicycle and sell people comic books. That was what I was always into. All right, let's clean up another card. You guys, the thing I'm doing here is I just keep on putting little touches of moisture on here to try to get these dents out of here. We had a collector have an accident with a screwdriver, and we're trying to see if we can get the dents out. And I promise I'll look up here in a second if you got questions. All right, so you guys, what I'm doing right here, if you guys look, it looks like, it's almost like I'm tickling it on. I'm not even touching it. No pressure involved right here, because I see Diffusion asked me, he goes, oh, that looks like a different technique. So I am just gently moving around on here. No scrubbing at all. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, touching, it's like a 0.1. I'm just really, you see this drop of moisture, guys? Check this out. I'm just moving this drop of moisture around on here and just stimulating these dents to try to get them to pop back up. That's all I'm doing. So if I started scrubbing on here, like acting like I was trying to clean something off here, I'd rip this card apart. That's a good angle right there. I'm looking through the phone with you guys, so I'm kind of seeing what you're seeing. But you see I'm just kind of constantly moving around here and just constantly dancing over this. That works. So here's what I'm going to do now. We've done a couple passes at this, and it's getting a little better, but it's not totally great. So we're going to get a little bit more, I want to get a little bit more moisture in there. But this drop is too big for me right there. I don't want that big drop. I want that one, little drop. And then I want to do just a little line of, here, I'm going to get you a front row. I want to do just a little line of this. I'm going to smallen that drop, and now I'm going to leave this like this, because our conservative approach has been fine, but I'm ready to step it up a little bit. So let's put this to the side. We're going to leave those drops on there. We're good. All right. So now let's move on. Oh, you guys, did I lose connection? I saw Mark right, lost connection. Can you guys hear me? All good? We out there? All right, let's do a couple. Let's do Let's do, I got a request for Fleer. I always get requests for Fleer. And since I got a giant pile of Fleer cards, we can clean them all up. All right. If you guys collect Fleer basketball, Robert, what's up, buddy? So let's take a look here. I'm going to use my light, and I'm going to go over the entire surface. I have not even taken this card out of the top loader or penny sleeve yet, so we are doing this one together. And the front looks pretty darn good. Oh, whatever that was, I wiped it off with my finger. So that was plan A. Plan A is touch it. All right, it came off. But flip over all your Fleer cards, you guys, whether it's 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, they all were on the back of the wax packs. So when you guys see that on there, it's easy to get off, okay? So that's another card polish thing. So everybody seeing that one, right? That heavy wax buildup. Yo, what's going on, Jason? Good to see you, buddy. You guys, Jason, if you guys got to see Jason, tell me if I'm right or wrong. Jason was the guy that sent me some of the Michael Jordan videos this week. If you guys watched it, the customer feedback where you got the dents out of the MJ. And, dude, you got tons of positive feedback on that, Jay. So, you know, that was, I told you how good it was. And the people speak, man. That video got like 30,000 views, man, in like one day. So, nice job, Jay. That was, yeah, the 88 Jordan. That was, dude, that was awesome. You did it. You crushed it. So let me tell you a couple things, you guys, here we're doing. We're getting this, you know, the wax buildup off the back of a Fleer. Go in one direction. This is not something you want to go back and forth with because it's very easy to come down and catch one of these edges. And even though that this Kareem is off center, you know, it's pretty off center on the back, still looks really good. Not a card that I care about getting, you know, probably slabbed up or graded or anything like that, but definitely a card I'm going to put on the card wall. And for anybody watching this going, hey man, I used to do this with like pantyhose or nylons. What are you doing here? I did too. And I did it until, you guys, every year this wax on here is getting older and older and older. And I did that until I was working with of course, the Michael Jordan, and I had dried wax on the back, and I had my nylons or whatever out. Not mine. You guys know I don't wear nylons. It's okay if you do, but you know I don't. But anyways, I had my nylon stuff, and I left a bunch of little swirl marks all over the back, and it ticked me off. So then I was like, you know what? Card polish should be able to remove that stuff. And sure enough, it does great. But here's something you're going to notice. The card polish, you guys, will get the back of the card a little bit wet. That's why you see it a little bit of the kind of discolored area. Don't worry about it. It's going to dry in just a few minutes, okay? But look at this. No more wax. That's easy, right? And then I'll show you guys this because I want you to see, it's key that you see that little yellow part, because if you did this at home, you'd probably text me going, dude, what the heck did I do? Nothing. It'll be fine. So that's a good one, right, guys? So do that. And now let's bring our Jordan back over here and see if anything happened. So I had my little drops on here just kind of chilling. I'm trying to give you guys a good view. Mark, I'm happy that you're getting 10s instead of 9s. I tell you guys, like, the cards are dirty little things. And I mean, the new ones are pretty good, but I mean, you sit down and just do a basic clean card polish on most of these things, they're gonna look great. We might have to do a semi-soak with this one, you guys, but if we have to, we have to. All right, so let's I'm going to clean a couple more cards if that's cool with you guys. And then we're going to do, I know it's getting late. Give me a few more minutes. We'll do one more, and then I'm going to do a semi-soak on this one, okay? So we got, there was a couple in here that I thought were cool that I picked out. I promise I won't keep you guys up too late. I promise. but I want to do a couple of these. And I got to get this. Now I'm like, yeah, I know, Vance, like what I was going to do, and I might. I'll show you guys. We might have to, but I was hoping it would be an easy one where I could do this. But the more I look at it, these dents are pretty freaking severe. All right, well, hey, hang tight. We're doing it. We're gonna show you where we land. Oh, cheers, you guys. Tonight's episode is brought to you by the Diet Pepsi. So cheers to everybody. All right, so check it out. Guys, I'm going to be able to use, if you see any cards in here that you're like, oh, I can't wait to see this on a demo, I'm going to clean all of them. So, I mean, I'll just keep this stack on my desk, you know? And thanks, Mark. I appreciate you being here, too. All right, I want to do one of those. So I want to do basketball card. I get messages about these a lot. And I do get messages about Garbage Pail Kids a lot. You guys cool if we just do two of these? And then and I promise you, I'll even keep this stack on my desk, you guys. Yeah, we'll do both of them. We'll do the Shaq and we'll do that. And then you guys, I'm going to keep this stack here. I'll make demos out of all these, or we'll just keep them on the desk for lives. Because as you guys know, the hour goes by so damn fast. But I hope it was good tonight, you guys. I hope you're having fun. And we'll keep on rolling. Don't leave, because we're gonna do something with this one. All right, I promise you. So hang tight. And all right, let's do the Shaq. And I think I picked this one up, you guys. Like, here's the common questions I'll get on the Shaq. I'll get asked if you can do when the surface is still, when these cards, you guys, let me just start from the beginning. Let's pretend you don't know what these are. These are Topps Finest from the 90s. I think, 98, 99? I got my glasses on and I still cannot find it. Oh my goodness. Are you supposed to be able to read that? I'm going to need you guys to read that for me. Whatever. I can't even see it. But anyways, I'll get asked, hey, is there anything you can do with these surfaces? Like, should I peel it off? Should I leave it on? Well, I know that if you sell cards, it's more valuable with it on if it's in great condition. 97, 98. There we go, Vance. I'm like, I remember being in high school buying these, and I still remember still buying them. So, like, I knew that they were from the 90s. But you guys see this one? Look at Shaq's, 4. Oh, there you go. See it? There's, that typical stress mark that you'll see across plastic. And it's, a little bit going up his face. I would say, and then look at the back. Oh, there's some good old fingerprints and crap on there. That's easy to do. But either if you can't get any of this stuff to go away and the card is one you're I really want to get this card graded, well, then you probably want to peel the thing off. But before that, sometimes these little light abrasions can come off. So let's just do card polish on it and see if it works, all right? That was another thing, you guys. Mark put nice corners. I got a little box, again, Marketplace. This was a Marketplace find. And they had the Tim Duncan, they had Chauncey Billups rookie in there. I got a whole pile of all this good 90s stuff, and it was super. I think I got this whole box just for $20-$30, and there was tons of this stuff in there. And I'm great for the guys and girls for for Wednesday nights and demos and stuff like that. So. Somebody wrote, how long does the polish stay on the card? Less than 5 minutes. So nothing's going to happen in years down the road, you guys. In my polish, I don't put any sort of abrasive content in here, so it doesn't grind into the card, doesn't sand down the card. This is, you guys, I developed this stuff personally. If you guys don't know anything about my group or my company, this is something that I make here in-house. This is something that I built because when I started working on cards and I couldn't find anybody else that really shared my passion for it. They were like, no, I was looking for stuff like this, and there was nothing for sale. And, I would have some guys say, you could use automotive products, and I know all about automotive products. That's where I learned how to make this type of stuff. I grew up in an automotive family, and we had a dealership, and we did a detail shop. We had all kinds of fun stuff like this. But I was like, I don't want to use stuff that's going to sand down my card. I don't want to use paints. I just want to like get it back to like factory looking. So if you guys use my card polish, you'll see right away I'm putting it on, but I take it right off. It's not something that covers up these areas. It either cleans them up and removes the old oxidation or age spots, or it doesn't. You know, it'll always make the card nice and clean because it will get like oils and fingerprints off. But good question. Now you guys, I want to see that. Now we got to look at his face and just see if that came off. Whoa, wait a minute. I think from my angle it looks better. Let's take a look. Yeah, man. That changed my mind totally. So like, I can still see like a little, kind of like little air bubbles in there, you guys. But like, I own a ton of these. I think some of those little air bubbles are just kind of common. But this surface would look really good to me. So this one would be like, I'd consider leaving it on if you wanted to get a card graded. You know, like that would be pretty damn good condition. That worked out great. It's awesome. So then, you guys, the back, I'll save you. Like, you don't need to watch me to show you how to wipe off fingerprints. They're easy. You know what I mean? That's all I see on the back. But before I make it sound so simple, sometimes fingerprints that have been baked on here forever are hard to remove. Nope, not these. These are cool. But I would still always put your card face down on a mat, and even if it's a simple fingerprint, be careful with it. But yeah, that was all it was. That's good. Cool. All right, let's do one more if that's cool with you guys. I want to do a Garbage Pail Kid. This had wax on it. Garbage Pail Kids are waxy cards, so it's kind of like the Fleer. You can use card spray to get it, or card polish to get it off. But let me show you. I think that's what I had on this one. How many times do you recommend using the same round microfiber? I would say probably 8 to 10 cards, probably, and then, probably maybe a dozen or so, and then I would say get rid of it. One thing I don't do, guys, I don't save this stuff. I'll always I'll repurpose this into a garage towel or to a production room towel. But I'm quick to throw this stuff away. So like tonight when we're done with this, I'll throw this away. And then I'm not going to throw away my towel or repurpose it yet. It's still got plenty of fluff in it. But when you guys start going to remove your card polish and you're just smearing it around, it's because your microfiber is like gummed up. So just get rid of it at that point. What did I see on this one? Let's take a look here. Let's look under our lights. Okay, I saw maybe there's some crap in that corner. Oh, there we go. That was what I was looking at. We got some stuff up in there. You guys see the word kids? If you collect Garbage Pail Kids, you're going to find a lot of wax on these. So just take a good look. Yeah, there we go. All over the back. It's kind of dirty. So being that it's a little bit dirty, I want to jump back into card spray, and I'm going to do that first. Just clean the front and back. Then we'll give it a card polish, and then we're going to jump on this Michael Jordan, you guys, and we'll plan out next week's. Can I show you guys? I'm not sure if I don't know if I can have time to do them both in one show, but I want to show you guys something I got. I'll show you. 1 second. I got some 5s. So I'm going to do these. I got this in an auction. So I thought that'd be a fun card, like getting a 5 and see what a 5 looks like, because it didn't look bad at all. So that was one of my other auctions I won. And then I got that. That's a 5 too. And I thought, ooh, it looks better than a 5 to me. So there's your teaser. They're coming. I promise. But in the meantime, let's get this atom bomb cleaned up, and then we'll see what we can do with this Michael Jordan. And hey, if I didn't mention this, you guys, go next time you're on my website, make sure you click on the giveaway tab. I have it set up now every month. We just give away a card care kit every single month. And Gary, if you're still on here, Gary was my last winner. And when we did the drawing and it popped up, I was like, a name I recognize. That's Gary. So make sure you guys register. There's no catch, or you don't have to go out and tag me on social medias or do any. There's no work involved. Just go register. And I wish you the best. You know what, Mark? That's a good question. Mark said, "Do you ever worry about getting too much card polish on your mats?" Yes. That happens quite a bit, Mark. So let me show you something. I have like this many sitting next to me, so I just keep throwing them away and getting new ones. Part of the gig. So throw them out. Look at that. Remember we had that crap up there. This is great for and like watch the wrist, you guys. Like I haven't used card spray on this, and card spray is good stuff, right? I use it on everything, but it will not remove those waxes that were in these wax packs. But just do this and you'll get it most of the time. All right, you guys, I'm going to wrap this one up and then I'm going to show you, we'll figure out a game plan with the Michael Jordan. And I'm going to do a follow-up tomorrow morning because I'm looking at it right now off camera. It's not fixed. It's not better. We got the little bit of it to a little bit better. But I think we're going to have to go a little bit further. Check that out. So you guys can see the lights, right? Isn't that cool? This card's from like 85, 86. Looks awesome. 87. I've loved these. Some crazy cool art. And they even had one named Kurt. When you have a weird name like Kurt, there's never no keychain or anything with your name on it at any of the amusement parks or any of the party stores. So when Pail Kids made a Kurt, I was like, yes! I get to see my name on a card. All right, let's go back to this. And you guys are rock stars. Thanks for staying here all night with me. So here's the story, and here's what we did. I put multiple applications of card spray on these dents. And you know what? It doesn't suck. We did a decent job. But it's got to be better than that. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to do a semi-soak. So if you ever hear me use that word, it's easy. And you know what? If the semi-soak doesn't work, we'll just soak the card. But we're going to have to give it a night. So here's what I want to do. Miguel, what's up, man? You're late for the party. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to use card spray. Let me actually turn this thing around. I feel like it's hard to explain. Yo, what's up, you guys? Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much, again, for being here tonight. So what we're going to do is, for the semi-soak, I'm just going to get a little bit of card spray. I'm going to spray, watch, here's how we're going to do it. Can you see me on here? All right. Just a little mist, light mist. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other one. That's it. Just light. And then, so what we're going to do is put our MJ in there. And remember, there's those dents. So hopefully they are gone by the morning. So that is step 2. And I'm thinking, you guys, that would be a good one to, I'm thinking that will get that dent out. And even if it doesn't, I'm going to tell you about it. Because I'm going to start working a little bit more on stuff from that like late 80s, early 90s when it comes to these paper cards. I know I said I'm going to wrap it up, you guys, but if you just give me 2 more seconds, I'm going to show you something. Once I get doing this stuff, you know me, I get excited and I want to show you everything. But so stay there. Don't leave. I got to show you something. I'm going to show you something in here, okay? And then I'm going to get a picture prepared. And I want you guys to tell me the truth. If you can see, if it looks better, if you can still see it. Okay, so here's what I want to show you. You guys see this? You see that, like, that dent, that line going up the Mark Jackson card? If you guys are like, hey, I think I've seen this before. I worked on this on Wednesday Night Live months ago, and it was way deep. And I kept on putting card spray in it. And I got it to that, but then I just kind of like lost interest in it. So what I did is I'm going to make a video on this, but I soaked the card and it worked. So not like that's that groundbreaking, I guess, but like I never soaked a, you know, an 89 or 90 hoops or whatever, you know what I mean? And you're right, it is the Menendez brothers card, and I'm going to show it to you. So here's what I did. I soaked the card, I dried it, and so this card was soaked, you guys, and look at I'm going to show you the spot, and I got it, like, you can still see a little teeny, I'm going to stop moving. I can still see it a little bit in there, but way better than where we started. I'm going to go back to where we started. That's what it looked like. And then I did the card soak yesterday, and I can still see it in there faintly, but you guys can, it's hard, right? But here's the good news. I soaked the card, and look at this thing, man. It's like straight as an arrow. And the back, look at the texture is fan-freaking-tastic. And I guess it like makes sense that you could soak a 1990 hoops card, but I just never did. I'm just always so sucked into basketball or you know, old baseball cards and stuff like that. That was really unique to me. Like, look, there's the light on it. I can still see a little teeny bit, but isn't that cool? It was that easy. And when I make the video, you guys, you'll see it. But it like went through like stages, I guess. You know, like when I put it in, it got all like the top got kind of all ripply. It was kind of weird. I'm like, I just might ruin it, but I mean, whatever. I'm just testing. I'm just amusing myself. And then it worked out, and it looked awesome, you know. So what we're gonna do finally here, guys, I'm gonna get the Menendez card out of the way, and then we're going to clip up the MJ. And remember, you guys, we got our MJ semi-soaking. Where did I put it? Am I losing my mind already? All right, clipped it up, put it away. All right, so we're good with that one. And I think, you guys, I think that kind of covers it. Did I miss anybody's questions? And I always, in my mind, I'm always like, okay, I'm gonna get done. I'll get everybody out of here right on time. So it's 11. We usually go for an hour. So I totally appreciate you guys being here tonight. Denver asked, would the humidor help the rest? I don't know, Denver. I soaked the damn thing, dried it. I couldn't like. I can't believe maybe. So if I'm not gonna give up on it. So I'm gonna put it back in there. All right. And let me just see if I'm missing anything. I don't think so. But hey, I'm going to wrap it up for you guys tonight. I'll post some before and after pictures, and look it. Don't worry if we didn't get, in my mind today, I'm like, oh, I'm going to get all these done. Yeah, right. You know, but, you know, we're going to do all these because these are all simple, fun, like polished projects. And I'm telling you guys, like those are sometimes like, I like doing the semi-soaks and all the cool stuff that we're doing, but it's fun where you can just like find some cards that all they need is a quick clean and you're like, I'm done. It looks great, you know? So I got a whole stack of those, all right? So even if I put out like 2-minute videos, you know, I'll show them to you, okay? So at least you can know, oh, if I see that on this type of card I collect, I can fix it. So, all right, that's it. You guys are the freaking best. Love you guys. Have a safe and sound week. And if you're a hunter out there like myself, wish you safe and happy hunting. And or if you're not going looking for hunting for deer, go hunt for your cards, find some good cards. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Remember, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. So be cool to each other and take care of yourself. Talk to you later, guys. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care.